Good morning, everyone. It's Lee Henson, President and Founder of AgileDad, and it's time for today's episode of the Daily Stand-Up. So without any further ado, let's get started. It's Thursday. We're sneaking up on the weekend. Things are good. And I thought I'd throw another acronym at you. It's Acronym Week. So we're going to throw one more acronym out to you. This is one of my favorite ones. I have a lot of leaders who ask me, they say, Lee, I really want to implement Agile in my organization, but I know I'm only going to have one chance to get it right, and I don't want to blow it. How can I get Agile implemented correctly? What are some of the first things I need to worry about now? If any of you followed me in the past, you'll know that there's two places I'll send you right away. First, on the download section, underneath the comics, there are two guides you need to have. The first one is the AgileDad 12-step program. It goes through and gives you a checklist of the first 12 things that we usually do when we send a coach into an organization. And the second document is the Executive Agility Playbook, which really is focused on leadership and how leadership can make sure they're focused on the right things to help the Agile organization or to help the Agile implementation be successful within the organization. So the key word here is, how do I not blow my opportunity? Bet you can't guess the acronym. It's BLOW, of course. So there are four things that every leader needs to have in order to not blow that one shot to get it right. The first one is the B, and the B stands for belief. You need to believe that and trust that the teams can do what they say they can do. You need to believe that the product owner is focused on the optimum best product or service. You need to believe that the people who are involved are all going to do their very best. You need to believe that your product teams and services teams have the right ideas and the right vision and strategy, and that they know how to execute. You need to believe with confidence that everyone is doing the best job possible so that you can relax and do the things that you need to do to gain focus as a leader. Which brings me to number two, and this is leadership in general. Now, when I talk about leadership in general, I think the key component that I'm talking about here is, do you have an open mindset or do you have a fixed growth mindset? And I think that when I talk about leadership, I'm talking about what can we do to have more of an open growth mindset? How can we get from being closed-minded about certain things or having fixed mindsets to really being open to new ideas, new strategies, new ways of doing business, new things that you need to do? And are we really leveraging, another acronym, here's your bonus, GROW? Are we looking at each item that we need to focus on and saying, okay, what are our goals? What's our current reality? How far away from those goals are we? What are our options? And then what will we commit to do? Another powerful, powerful acronym. So for me, leadership means stopping with the fixed mindset, coming in with cognitive bias and preconceived notions, and focusing really on what we need to do to be effective Agile leaders, right? And then the W, this is probably the most challenging, and it's understanding the worth, the value of the people who work for you. And I think that if you're going to be an effective leader, you need to pay people what they're worth. You need to understand what worth means to them. You need to value them. You need to treat them as people and not resources or head count, or I can go on and on. But I think you get where I'm going with this. I think that if you have a good understanding of who your people are and you really treat them with dignity and respect, and you show them that they're worth way more than they even think they are, and you go the extra mile to do the little things. And I think that's the key, the little things. I think too often we get so wound up in the financial aspects of it that we forget that little things make a huge difference. You know, personally going and telling someone thank you for doing a great job. Writing a small handwritten note and handing it to somebody. I know it sounds so cliche, but those things make a huge difference as a leader. And I think that some of the most powerful leaders in the world are the ones that are the most connected with the people that work for them. Now, that begs the question, should there be a degree of separation? Well, you know, you'll hear every person in the world who's ever done leadership training and coaching say, you must have some degree of separation, right? But it doesn't need to be a degree of separation so huge. It doesn't need to be a chasm so big that people feel like you are so far aloof that you can't connect to them personally. And I think that that's the gap we need to fill. That once we get a bridge, you know, we need to stop building up walls and start building bridges. And once we build a bridge to help us better understand the people that we work with, then we'll never blow our shot. And I know those sound like really high level things, but I really do think that if you believe in the people who are going to be part of the implementation, if you provide clear leadership and get them the training and coaching that they need in order for them to be successful, if you are taking opportunities to really understand where you're trying to go with this and what you're trying to do, and you're being open with your mindset instead of closed or fixed, and if you understand what people are worth and you're really focused in on those things, I think that those are the keys. That's the target, and those are the keys, and those are the things that are really going to help you get it right the first time. Now, that's not without saying, if you do have a strong Agile coach and you do have good fundamental training, good role-based training, those are all tools that are going to help you along the way. But there's lots of free resources out on the AgileDad website. I encourage you to go grab them. They'll be there for the next near term, but coming up soon, we're about to relaunch AgileDad University, which is a whole nother topic. But as soon as we do that, some of those items may become paid items. So while you have an opportunity, go out and grab those items. Share them with friends, share them with neighbors, share them with peers. I think it's important that you do that because we want as many people as we can to really get their head around Agile and understand it and really do well. So I hope this message was useful to you. I hope that you have an amazing Thursday. We'll come up with something inspirational tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow for another uplifting topic. We'll get one. And of course, we appreciate you. We love having you being part of the AgileDad family. So as always, we encourage you to stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile, my friends. Until next time, you take care.